Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. You're going to see some inverts in a moment. If you're new here, hit that subscription button for me because it really does help me out. Helps a small channel out like mine a lot more than what you guys actually realise. Today's video is the great horned baboon tarantula, or the straight horned tarantula, the Ceratogyrus marshalli, coming all the way from Zimbabwe and Mozambique. This is one stunning baboon tarantula. We got it from Zoo on Wheels, and I will have a look at their website towards the end of this video, and I'll also put his links down in the description. But for now, let's unbox and let's set up this beautiful spider. So this is a box that our spider comes in with us today. I've covered up my label address there, obviously, and at the top, if you know the live streams we do on a Tuesday, you know what that's all about. And Chris, you're an absolute nightmare. Anyway, here's his calling card with some of his details on there, and a many thanks on that note as well. I like things like that. I think that's pretty cool. We'll take the packing peanuts out, drop them on the floor because I absolutely hate them. And we have our marshalli in this tub here, bought as an adult female. We've also got his calling card there as well with his actual details and the web address on there as well. That link there, I will put that downstairs in the description. So if you're curious, hit it up and go check out what he's got up for sale and what have you. We've also got a Zoo on Wheels sticker there as well. That'll be going on the shed door with the others that we've got there so far. Nothing else in that box. It's always worth double checking with Chris because you never know. He has a tendency of dropping something extra every now and again in a box, whether it be a 3D printed toy or a curly hair. Anyway, I try forever to try and open this with my fingers, and it's just an absolute nightmare. So this is the joys I'm having currently trying to open it, and in the end I'm just like, you know what, we're going to get a knife, we're going to cut it open, and then we're going to come back to it. And that's exactly what I did, and there it is. So catch cup at the ready. Old Worlds always have catch cups absolutely everywhere because they can be fast. They can be super fast, and they can be a little bit aggy at the same time, especially when they've been wrapped up in the post office and bounced around and what have you. But there she is. Oh my word, looking absolutely beautiful. And I'm watching this video back, just watching how close I am with my hands, thinking, you plonk donk. But look at that carapace and the abdomen and those markings on the legs as well. Just the whole of this genus is just, in my opinion, absolutely stunning. Just look. Now, I couldn't rehouse her straight away. I had to go and do something with the family. But here is the very temporary setup that she was in for probably around 12 hours. And look, a nice view of her right there, looking absolutely amazing. Put that lid back on. We're about 50% of the actual setup done, so let's go and check it out. So 10 by 10 Exoterra, all glass Exoterra background with peat moss as the substrate. The actual lid to this we broke, but Paul from Arachnophoria come to the rescue with a replacement lid. He makes these replacement lids, and that plastic section in the middle slides in and out for different humidities. There's different designs of air holes, whatever you want to do. Scott's inverts there, personalization. That actually comes off the top of the lid as well, and you can put whatever you want on there. But I like it. You can cut a piece of Perspex and put it in, but for me, to have something that's actually almost built for it and looking absolutely amazing, I would rather have that myself. It just looks absolutely brilliant, and it slides and it clicks in perfect there, as you can see as well. As now we're going to open the front of the door and we're going to sort out the interior. That peat moss has literally just minimum moisture in it, to be completely honest with you. This spider doesn't require its substrate to be damp. But it does require a little bit of burrowing space, opportunistic burrower, but these spiders will make a good use of whatever is available. The whole baboon family are very, very adaptable to their own spaces. So what we're doing here is creating a hide where hopefully she'll go inside there, burrow, but she will web up a lot of this enclosure. They are really, really good webbers. I'm going to create a starter burrow just by putting a couple of fingers underneath that cork bark and making a hole. Now, I know what you're thinking, moss, moisture. Yeah, I'm just going to literally drip some droplets of moisture onto that moss, probably once every couple of weeks, just to keep it alive. I'm only putting the moss in because I absolutely love moss. I think the spider going across the green on that moss is going to really, really set it off. So we're putting those in, plus it's a lot more anchor points, gives places for our spider to go and start laying web from, pulling that web across the enclosure. And also creates more hiding spots. Going in with some leaf litter, again, it comes from Zimbabwe and Mozambique, so leaf litter, very dry leaf litter, you're going to see that on the floor from where these spiders originate from. So I'm just trying to make it a little bit more naturalistic. And what they do with leaf litter is they'll take it into the burrow and help to literally structurally keep up the walls of the burrow with that leaves as well. So they'll web up inside with those leaves attached to the wall. The all-important water dish, dry climate they come from, but we still put a water dish in, give them that opportunity to drink, especially while they're in our own care. Now, here comes the rehousing. I'm expecting all hell to break loose when I take the top of this lid off. Because it's an old world, they are fast, they're a baboon. So, my God, all the media reports and everything else on baboon tarantulas, OBTs, you'd expect this one to be flying around the place. But oh, look, they're not that bad at all, are they? Literally just going down there with a catch tube. I'm not putting any pressure on the legs. I'm just trying to make her back legs uncomfortable. So what that will do is hopefully pull her up into the catch tube. But she doesn't want to go because she's being stubborn. So the back end of the tongs, again, just make her feet very uncomfortable. Not prodding her, not poking her, just gently touching the bottoms and the undersides of her feet, just to cause her that little bit of discomfort so she moves up into the catch tube, and we're ready to take her away and rehouse her into the new enclosure. Simple as that. And while she's in there, we're going to have a look for parasites and nematodes. Guess what? This one's absolutely perfect. None of those. You see that horn on the carapace? My God. Such a strange addition to a spider, but it just makes this one absolutely perfect. And the markings again on that carapace and the abdomen. My God, this girl is absolutely beautiful. Literally looks like somebody's come along and hand painted those markings. But this girl is going to be beautiful. I am looking for a smaller male. I was going to get a mature male, but I think this girl needs a couple more molts before she's 100% ready. That abdomen on a... oh my God, just the whole spider is absolutely beautiful. Here's the enclosure again, having a look from the side and from the front view. Spin it around with that Exoterra background, just purely because I found some of it lying around and I thought, let's make use of it. That's the only reason it's gone in here. Shut that front door because we have the top off, so we can go in from the top. So we've only got the one opening that the spider can go in and out of. So we're kind of a little bit more prepared in case it wants to do a runner on us. So we're going to come down from the top with the tarantula room enclosure. And because of the way the spider's positioned, I'm going to struggle to set that lid off. So extra long tongs straight down there and push it off from the inside. And what I can do is leave the spider like this. And when she's away from it, go back in and remove the catch cup lid out of the enclosure. Get the Arachnophoria 3D printed acrylic lid back on the top of there, just while we wait for her to come off the lid. And she's moved it around and she's off it. So now I can go in and actually remove that catch cup lid from out of there and just look. She's just trying to hide off, look. Just literally just trying to disappear under that cork bark, bless her. Let's take a look. Oh, man. Look at her. Absolutely stunning. These baboons just breathtaking when it comes to patterns and the markings. Just beautiful. My word. This isn't really a beginner tarantula, by the way, just as we come towards the end. What a stunning spider. Boom! So that was the unboxing and the setup. Let's go take literally a couple of seconds to go check out the website. I want your guys' feedback downstairs below, because the owner is Chris. Chris is on Wheels, who comes on a Tuesday live with me, and he's a really close friend of mine, so he will be going over those comments and checking them out, and if there's anywhere that he needs to improve, that man will improve. But let's go check out the website. So here's the website itself, and indeed I went straight through the website and ordered today's spider from there. I think it was £72 in total with postage and packaging, but I used code LINGERDING, all in capital letters, to get £10 off, and I think that code might actually be active today, so go and try and have a look. Let's check out the females, see what he's got there. He has got another marshalli adult female for the same price that we paid as well. A Polytheria ornata, oh my word, he has got some decent stuff. But a whole host of different female spiders. There's also male section, sling section, as well as absolutely awesome, real professional kind of website that he's set up. And we'll click back, we'll go to the shop, and we'll have a look at the 3D prints that he does as well. These aren't just like the TikTok stuff. These are made with really high-end filament as well. My lad's got a couple of the tigers that you've just saw, and they've both got one of their fidget toys each as well, and they've got the seal of approval from my boys, because my boys are a little bit rough and they've lasted several weeks, so that's always a positive. But that's Chris's website, again linked in the description. Boom! So the unboxing, the setup, the website, absolutely everything. And I did mention Chris joins me on the lives. Well, this Tuesday we've got Dave's Little Beasties joining us for a live stream, just generally talking about spiders, having a little bit of a catch up with Uncle Dave. But it's not starting at 8 PM like usual Tuesdays. We're having it on a school night. It's a school night, it's Tuesday, so we're going to start at 7 o'clock and it's going to run all the way till 9:30. But we're going to have an absolutely awesome evening. We'll have a little bit of a chat and a discussion with him for the first half an hour to 45 minutes. And then you guys can absolutely hammer the man with the questions that you've always wanted to answer, get answered by Uncle Dave, but you've never had the opportunity to. Well, this Tuesday you have, and it's always fantastic when that man comes on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far and you're not subscribed, just hit that subscription button. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one.